I now invite Mr. Geoff Ryan to deliver the occasional address. Geoffrey Ryan has been the principal of Westbourne Grammar School since January 1990. He commenced teaching in 1970 at Mentone Grammar School, where he taught commercial subjects. In his 13 years at Mentone, he was head of the Commerce faculty and Director of Studies. Mr. Ryan was head of economics at the Health Clark School in Croydon, Surrey, England, during 1975 and 1976. Prior to his appointment at Westbourne Grammar School, Mr. Ryan was head of the senior school at St Michael's Grammar School. He's a Fellow of the Australian College of Education, a Fellow of the Australian Council for Educational Leaders, a former National Chair of the Association of Heads of Independent Schools of Australia, and a Director of Teaching Australia. Geoffrey Ryan.
Chancellor. Mr. John O'Rourke, Presiding Officer and Member of the Victoria University Council, Professor Elizabeth Harmon, Vice-Chancellor of the University, members of faculty, graduands, family and friends, ladies and gentlemen. My teacher from grade 4 to grade 6 at Cheltenham East State School was Mr. King. He was a good teacher and I enjoyed being in his class. One of the reasons was that he was a great storyteller. Every day ended with Mr. King reading a story to us. He would also regularly use stories to illustrate points in his teaching. To this day, my love of reading and of collecting good stories is something I have Mr. King to thank for. His stories always had a purpose beyond simply entertaining us. They usually contained a moral, or there was an obvious lesson for us to draw. As a teacher myself now for over 40 years, I've come to realise the power of a good story to both engage and educate. Today I'd like to share with you one of my favourite teaching stories. I think it has relevance to your situation as a new graduate. The story comes from Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Covey's recounting a story from his time as a seaman doing national service in the United States Navy. And his story goes, 2 battleships assigned to the training squadron had been at sea on manoeuvres in heavy weather for several days. I was serving on the lead battleship and was on watch on the bridge as night fell. The visibility was poor with patchy fog, so the captain remained on the bridge, keeping an eye on all activities. Shortly after dark, the lookout on the wing of the bridge reported, "Light bearing on the starboard bow." "Is it steady or moving astern?" the captain called out. Lookout replied, "Steady, Captain," which meant we were on a dangerous collision course with that ship. The captain called to the signalman, "Signal that ship, we are on a collision course, advise you change course 20 degrees. Back came the signal, "Advisable for you to change course 20 degrees. The captain said, "Send, I'm a captain, change course 20 degrees. "I'm a seaman second class," came the reply. "You had better change 20 degrees. By that time the captain was furious. He spat out, "Send, I'm a battleship, change course 20 degrees. Back came the flashing light, "I'm a lighthouse." We changed course. One meaning which can be ascribed to this story are that there are certain lighthouse values, lighthouse principles in our lives, which are immutable and rock solid in lighting our path and guiding our course. Values are the lighthouse for our actions. Like a lighthouse, they provide a reference point by which we navigate life's journey. In the course of your life, you will have learned many useful facts, skills, attitudes and dispositions. You've also learned and acquired from your family, friends and your education a set of values. These values are the lighthouse from Covey's story. In his book, The End of Education, Neil Postman says, "At its best, and education can be about how to make a life, which is quite different from how to make a living. Today, as a graduate of Victoria University, I hope you feel great pride in your achievement. You should be proud. You are now joining that 20% of the Australian population who graduate from university. I know that your family and friends here supporting you today are certainly proud of what you've achieved. I wish you well in your careers you're about to embark on, but above all, I hope that as a graduate of this university, you go on to make a life which both brings you great personal and professional satisfaction and enriches the communities and organisations to which you will become a part. For in the end, as Postman said, making a life is far more important than simply making a living.